Hi, I'm Daniel Hernandez. I'm the Government Affairs Director at Stand for Children in Arizona.
I'm Rebecca Gao, and I'm the Executive Director at Stand for Children Arizona. It's been absolutely instrumental to making childhood and family advocacy a major player in Arizona politics. So in addition to having a major role in both the gubernatorial and the legislative elections, we also have now been able to turn that into follow-up legislative advocacy that's going to help us build with this wonderful values-driven issue, build into the next election as well.
Learning some of the skills and some of the tactics that we had to use during the elections, we're able to marry our policy work with our electoral work into what we're counting legislative accountability, where we're really leading with our values around early childhood issues and saying, how are we going to make sure that the electorate doesn't just know who their elected officials are, but what their elected officials are doing, not just during the election season, but during the off season. What are they doing during the legislative session? And one of the things that we've talked about is the idea of thanking and spanking. So that means the idea of us going in and making sure that people know when their legislators have passed good policies, supported good things, as much as we're telling people when they've done the bad things.
For the first time in over 15 years, we have a governor that truly supports early childhood and family issues. We had over 1.3 million voter contacts, and on the legislative side, it was 1.2 million. Between the two of them, we had over 20 million views on our digital ads. That's huge. And we were able to do that using a very targeted voter technique with a very targeted list, but then we also had a rapid response program that was instrumental that Daniel was running for us.
And as a part of the rapid response, we saw that there were gaps. So while we had the ability to communicate with these 150,000 education voters, we also noticed that there were some folks that were being left behind. And because of some of the cost savings, we were able to say, okay, how can we make sure that not only are we talking to our targeted universe, but expanding? So we were able to do things like ads on Spotify that targeted Gen Z voters that were recorded by folks that were actually Gen Zs. And then we also saw that there was a big gap on Spanish language radio. So we recorded Spanish language ads that we were able to put across the state of Arizona. And again, this was stuff that was on top of our existing persuasion work, and really looking at how do we make sure that now that we have these savings, utilize them effectively to make sure we're moving the agenda forward for early childhood issues. Yeah, I think one of the really exciting things of being a part of this program and being able to work with the fund has been making sure we're able to collaborate across states and really learning from some of the things that are really innovative that other states have done. So just being here today, talking to other states and saying, okay, how can we apply this in Arizona has been really helpful.
I absolutely agree. I love this community that's being formed. It's been hard doing this work over the last few years. I came in thinking, okay, we're gonna talk politics for a couple days. This is okay, I'm ready for it. I actually came out energized with just this excitement about what we learned and what we can bring back to Arizona.